We're also learning more about one of the flight attendants who was killed this week aboard Flight 5342. That man is Ian Epstein. He was one of the members of the PSA crew that died on Wednesday night. Josh Chapin is live tonight at Reagan National Airport. He's got that emotional interview. And Josh, you spoke to an Alexandria woman who said she got to know Ian well.
Yeah, Scott, I think it's been difficult for all of us to process what happened out here, especially when we were in the briefing room today and investigators shared how difficult and challenging it was to recover the rest of the victims from the bottom of the Potomac. And as you said, especially challenging for one Alexandria mom. And it's not just because she and her family flew into Reagan just 3 hours before that crash.
We will go to Florida.
That comforting voice.
My name is Ian, everybody. I am your forward flight attendant.
Captured on cell phone video is that Ian Epstein, one of the flight attendants who lost his life this week aboard Flight 5342.
I think it has hit me harder than I ever expected it to as well.
Elise Cruce recorded that back in September 2023 with her then toddler Walker on her lap.
I'm still, I think, a little bit in shock of just the magnitude of it all.
The Alexandria mom took these pictures too and reshared them to social media this week after the accident. Walker, now 2 years old.
After my son was born, one of his first flights, Ian was the flight attendant on. He was staffing. He gave my son some extra special attention and love, and it was just really cool.
Elise got to know Ian in her travels to smaller regional airports across the country. Ian, a familiar face, to get her through times even without her family.
He just always had something good and fun to say, and he just made it a much better overall experience. He always made passengers feel super seen and super valued. And I see on social media that I wasn't the only one that he made feel that way.
Elise had also just landed at Reagan National Airport from San Antonio with her entire family Wednesday, hours before the incident. She said she knows others who also landed just moments beforehand. The focus, though, back tonight to Ian and his impact.
He and I bonded over loving our jobs a lot. And I think that that's kind of my takeaway from my brief but memorable experiences with him.
Some memorable experiences, and you see that story all over social media about Ian, exactly what Elise said. Folks describing him as a ball of energy who was great at his job. Ian lived in Charlotte, and Scott, he sold camping vans prior to becoming a flight attendant. He was also a proud father of two. Scott.